Remember, keep your eyes from my face. If I even suspect you have seen me.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the G.I. Joe Exquisite Mini Series 1/118 scale figure of Firefly from Hiya Toys. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be opening and reviewing the G.I. Joe Exquisite Mini Series 1/118 scale action figure of Firefly, and this is from Hiya Toys. So here's the figure. He arrived this week along with Beachhead as part of our year-long wait for pre-orders, and they're finally shipping, so that's the good thing. I did show off Beachhead yesterday, and I said we had another figure. I didn't want to reveal it just yet, but it's Firefly, and here he is. So we'll go ahead and bring him in and check out the card. As you can see, he's got updated card art, explosion behind it. He's wearing the more modern, upgraded, almost bomb squad-ish outfit from the Classified series. Comes with pretty much all the same accessories, extra pair of hands. Very neat. Flip around to the back. Here's two prototype renders of the figure. And then QR code if you want to scan it. UPC. So we're not going to waste any time, and we're just going to go ahead and get into him. But first, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the packaging open. So as we normally do, we're just going to take an X-Acto knife and pop it into the bubble. And simply just slice around it so we can salvage the card. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but I really love the fact that they went, you know, with a retro style card. You know, you had the G.I. Joe logo, kind of like the Classified, just without Classified series. The cards are great. I mean, even with the bubble, you know, partially open, you can still stand it up and it stands fine, which is very neat. Let's pull out the figure, put the card off to the side, and as usual, we'll start with the stand. So when you peel this little film back, you get your stand out, and same as the others that I've shown before, you have that muddy, gravelly, dirty base here, some pieces of metal, probably shrapnel, bullet casings laying around, and one peg. I believe these are all the same style. There's not really any difference to them that I've noticed anyway. Come over and you have your little connector piece. So you can plug that on any one of these 8 little grooves that it has, and you can attach other bases to it with other figures, which is very cool. Set that back. And now we will bring in the figure. So here he is in the plastic dungeon. Looks okay so far. And I'm going to start with the extra hands. So we'll show these off. Here's the left hand, all gray. You have some black on the knuckles, or possibly darker gray. There's your socket at the wrist. This is kind of more like a just regular chilling hand. You know, you could put something in there, but it's not an actual grip hand. And then he has another semi-grip hand here for his extra right hand. Same gray. You got a little black portion here at the, I guess, the base of the top of the hand, and black on the knuckles. All right, next we'll go with his blaster. And here it is. Pretty much a scaled down version of the one he came with the Classified series. Pretty spot on. You have a dark gray followed by gunmetal accents on it. Very nice. Very detailed. Coming up, we'll get the backpack. So I'll show the back of it. You have the little opening right here. There's the peg for the back of the figure. A couple of pegs at the bottom. Also very dark gray. You have silver or a metallic, maybe gunmetal kind of brushed silver, you know, with the tools that are all in the pouches on the back. And this looks great. All right, moving on. We got his little remote control here. And this is for the drone that the figure comes with. So let's see if you can get a close-up of that. It's got a lot of detail in it. No colors though. It all seems to be this dark gray gunmetal color. And now we'll get out our little drone. Also, just like the classified version, it has the hinge for the legs. You have these two propeller pieces up top. Each leg can move back and forth. Large red eye right on the front. And then, awesome. So, final accessory in the packaging is his hunk of dynamite. So it looks like you got 6 on the outside, 1 on the end, so 7 sticks total. There's your little clock area, a bunch of wires running from it, and the straps around. Very cool. There's your 2 holes. You can plug it into the bottom of the backpack. And now let's go ahead and get the figure out. All right, so here is Firefly. He looks good. He's got kind of the classic urban camo paint scheme on his outfit. So he's got the sweater up top, BDUs at the bottom, gray with the darker gray camo. You got the forearm guards, kind of same as Beachhead. The huge flak vest, or I guess you could call it, you know, his shield for, you know, he gets blown up a lot. Looking in at his face, I'm trying to see the detail. It's not as detailed as the classified version where you can see the scars throughout, but that's one, you know, bummer about this. You can't really see that too well. His knee pads and boots look good. His goggles, doesn't look, oh yeah, they are. Didn't think they were removable for a minute, but each side seems to be a little stuck on it. Maybe it's just a little damp, you know, when the plastic came out at the factory and they stuck it right on. It wasn't quite hardened yet, but that mask looks great. And if we were to throw the goggles back on, pull them down over his eyes if you want. There you go. Got the little antenna on the side. We'll just push that back up. He's got some, looks like some extra grenades here hanging off the side of the top of the vest. Some pouches down here, more tools on the chest. Nice Cobra logo right here on the shoulder pauldron. On the back, there's the hole for the backpack. Some ammo running around the belt. And apart from that, not much more I see. Like Beachhead, the vest looks a little large on him. I'd like to be able to take it off so I can see what the body looks like, but it doesn't look like it's the case for this. It's not going to allow it. And honestly, if I were to say, I think this is just a repainted Beachhead body. Well, a repainted Hiya Toys Beachhead. But yeah, pretty sure. So let's go ahead and just check out his articulation. So you got that head that can rotate full 360. The vest limits the mobility. We can move it down that far and up that far. And of course, it can go side to side. The arms, they're attached at the shoulders at butterfly joints. And if we move this pauldron out the way, you can see you can do a full 360. You have bicep rotation, double jointed elbows. Down at the wrist, you have that ball joint to allow the hands to do a full 360. And you have a more triggered grip hand for the right hand, as well as the same for the left. You can detach the lower arms right here. So they're actually all separated into different pieces, which is pretty awesome. You can see that hinge really well in the elbow. Plug that back in and just snap it right back into place. Good hold. If you did want to take the hands off, same thing, just pop the ball joint and plug a new one on. And that is totally if you wanted to or not. Doesn't matter on the hands, they both look great. Take that back off and just give him his grip trigger hand back. We can't see any of the torso articulation due to the vest, but if you come down to the legs, they're on a ball joint. You can go to the side about that far without popping off. That far forward, that far back. You have thigh rotation, double jointed knees. Down at the ankles, you have the hinge. Foot can go that far forward, that far up, and it's got a little bit of pivot. So not bad, not the best articulation, but I think the figure looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and gear him up. So we'll take the backpack, and we're gonna go ahead and plug our dynamite into the bottom. Line up them pegs with the holes in the bottom, and plug that onto the bottom of the backpack and pop it on. So very cool. If we want, take the backpack and feed it through the back of the vest and into the hole into the back of the figure. We can bring our drone in and take his feet and position them into those slots on the back of the backpack right here. And can stand up. Pretty awesome. We're gonna bring his goggles back in and stick them on his head. I think we'll put his little blaster in his left hand. So let's go ahead and kind of bend them fingers out so we can get that handle in there. Get that finger around that trigger guard. And then we'll get our remote here and go ahead and put this into his right hand. Just like that. Have him holding it up so he's getting ready to control the drone wherever it's going. And then we'll move them aside. We'll go ahead and bring in his stand and line up that peg. And you can try some crazy feet work and do whatever you want. The stand holds pretty well. The stand is a bit heavy, so you know, if you wiggle the figure, he might fall off of it. He hasn't fallen off, which I'm pretty surprised, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. Not sure how I'm gonna pose him on the shelf. Maybe I'll just do an arm down, but for now, that's what we got him at. But now let's go ahead and we'll give you some comparisons. So here he is with Hasbro's 50th anniversary Firefly. Here he is with the Hiya Toys Beachhead. While I have it out, you can go ahead and do some comparing shots for yourself. I'm pretty sure that the torso, at least, is reused. The head is very close, but the balaclava on Beachhead has more grooves and ridges through it, and the one on Firefly is more smooth. And if you want, you can take that stand just to show you for this video, and you can connect the two. Yeah, just like that. So now you have one base. They will all connect, which is pretty awesome. And to finish off the comparisons, here is the Hiya Toys with the Hasbro version of the classified Cobra Island number 21 Firefly. Alright, so you have a few similarities and a few differences if you compare them next to the classified version. But, you know, for a 4-inch scale, it looks pretty good. I think they did a good job. But anyways, let's go ahead and toss him up onto the turntable and we will give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Alright, so here you have it. The G.I. Joe Exquisite Mini Series 1/118 scale action figure of Firefly from Hiya Toys. Oh, he's pretty nice. I gotta say, he's better than I thought he would be. He looked kind of funny when I saw the renders originally. Having it in person, looking at him through the packaging, I guess the same as Beachhead, I was kind of doubtful. Opening him up, you know, getting to like play around with him a little bit, and he's actually pretty good looking. He's decent. He has decent articulation. Definitely a scaled down version of the classified Cobra Island version, which I'm actually cool with. I like the modernized style. If they do, like Beachhead, make a retro version, you know, I'd like to see that as well, but time will tell. I do like that they stuck to the original weapons that Firefly came with from the classified series, you know, the Cobra Island version, that is. I do want to see a retro version of this with his classic weapons, of course, but to stick with that classified version, it's pretty nice. It's a good homage to the original based on the figure that they're actually doing, so I can appreciate that. A lot of detail in the accessories, the backpack, the blaster, the drone, so that's nice. So once again, we're starting to see repaints even with a different company, but I guess it's kind of expected. You know, you'll see that here and there with it, but let's just hope it's not too much, and there's plenty more figures to come out. I think this is only literally the 5th one that we have done on video. I think it's the 5th one that anybody even has in person yet. I know Flint's shipping, and I'm pretty sure Lady J is following with him, so we'll get to them as soon as they come in, and we'll have some reviews up for you. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media. We will be back sometime this week with a couple other figures, and then we'll probably end out the week with another classified, so stay tuned for that. So until then, we will see you in the next one. Peace.